Recording in progress. 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 Recording in progress.
ఓకే అండి. గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ ఎవరివన్. Online friends, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once.
Recording in progress.
Jenny. Good morning, everyone. Online friends, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once.
Recording in progress.
Jenny. Good morning, everyone. Online friends, can you hear my voice?
Right.
Say
So
yes
the
or no
last
to me
class I
once.
given some notes to you regarding the three keywords. Three keywords where the behavior can be
Recording in progress.
understandable by your compiler indirectly. I made a statement like this for you. The compiler at compilation stage will understand the behavior of the following keywords. The meaning, whenever you write a static
Good morning,
variable,
everyone.
it's a syntax.
Online friends, can you hear my voice?
The
Say
compiler
yes or no
last
to me
class I
once.
given the same way.
Some
Ravi,
notes to you
the same way. Final.
regarding the three keywords.
Static I not given notes here because
Three
static almost
keywords
covered in the
where the behavior
regular
can be
Recording in progress.
understandable by your static
compiler
variables,
indirectly.
static methods.
I made a statement like
static
this
blocks,
for you.
static classes, static interfaces,
The
static
compiler
abstract classes.
at
Only
compilation
constructor is not
stage
available in the static. There is a
will
theoretical
understand
information
the
available.
behavior of the following keywords.
Then I given the notes
meaning,
about Pravit.
whenever
Using
you write a
Pravit,
static
what we are
variable,
variable,
morning, everyone.
I'll deliver
It's
today.
a syntax. Online friends, can you
behavior.
hear my
Pravit
voice?
makes four
The
components.
components
Last class I
elements.
given Pravit
The
variables.
some
Pravit,
notes to you
Pravit methods
regarding the three keywords.
Static I not given notes here because Pravit
Uh,
classes will
static
static
keywords
almost covered in the
where
Pravit
the
variables
behavior
are
can be
accessed by
understandable by your
methods
static
of
variables
variables,
directly.
static methods.
I made a
Especially
statement like
static
this
Pravit
blog for you.
variables
Static
in
classes,
bean classes
static
of your advanced
interfaces.
Java.
The
Static
compiler
abstract classes. In advanced Java,
only
server
compilation
compilation not
stage
available in the static. In the
will
server
understand
programming, we information
the
available
behavior
as
of
and bean
the
objects.
following
Then I
keywords.
given the
Bean
notes
class
about
and
Pravit
bean objects.
Whenever
Using
you write a
Pravit
static
static
variable,
Good morning, everyone.
as a delivered
It's
to
a
the
syntax.
Online
Online
friends,
friends, can you hear
From
my
there
voice?
it is
The
converted
components
into
elements.
elements.
Given
Pravit
the
variables.
some notes to you
Pravit methods here, the
regarding the
variables
three
are
keywords.
Pravit
Static I not
constructors.
given notes here.
The trainers
Pravit
will ask a
classes,
question.
static
Static
keywords
almost covered in the
where the
variables
behavior
are
can be
accessed by
understandable by
what
your
is the
static
coding
variables,
Pravit
static methods. I made a
Especially
statement
able to
like this
access
blog for you.
by the method
Classes,
of bean classes
static
of your
interfaces.
advanced Java.
The compiler
In advanced Java,
only
server
compilation
constructors are
stage
available in the static. In the
will
Pravit
understand
methods, we information
the
accessed by
behavior
the
of
methods of
the
the
following
keywords. Then I
keywords.
given the
In
applicative
Pravit
area
objects,
using
write a
Pravit
static
static
variable, everyone.
Pravit methods
Online
especially
friends,
used
can you hear
from
my
there it
voice?
is converted
Some
security
elements
reasons
given
Pravit
the
variables.
same
So
way.
less
Some
used
notes
to
to you
Pravit methods here the
regarding the
variables
three
are
keywords.
wherever the
Static I
section
not
was
given
nowadays
notes here.
the trainers will ask a question.
Static keywords
covered in the
where
Pravit
the
variables
behavior
security
can be
reasons
understandable by
what
your
is the
static
directly
variables,
coding of
static methods. I made a
Pravit
statement
methods
like
not
this blog for you.
available by the method
Classes,
of bean class
static
Pravit constructor
interfaces.
play
The compiler
in advanced Java Pravit constructors are available in the object in the Pravit methods inside the class by the method cannot create objects then I given the applicative area Pravit Pravit methods by the object used to Pravit there is security reasons Pravit variables so let's go Pravit classes outer classes cannot be Pravit the trainers must declare Pravit only variable security reasons only theoretical and one program I given Pravit beyond that not made by the method of bean class Pravit constructor play then I gone for as usual Pravit constructor final also components are available in class. Final method cannot create objects. Only create construct final variables. Final method. Private methods. Final object used classes are available. Security reasons. Final variables. Let's come private classes. Outer. Suppose if I want to take one variable as only I want to take one variable as the only the final variable must be assigned to be the final variable must be assigned to be. Then I gone for as usual. Once initialized with value, these components are available. That is final variable. The value available in the variable. Private methods classes are available. Final variables are very popular. Private point already outer. Suppose if I want to, the best example is PAN card data birth. Only I want if you are filling a form for PAN card, the form will final variable to assigned to be organized. The final variable to take your assigned to be. There were data birth once before initialized with value. Last your data birth available. That is the value based on the enter a data birth. The data birth once entered, final variables are final. Once you enter, suppose if I want to, the best example is PAN card data birth. The value in this variable is form. Suppose I took one method, I took one argument which is declared as your assigned. There were data one method once declared before initialized. So final means the body what you attached for this method. The body what you attached for this method. The data was not treated. So final overriding so one final method overriding. If I allow overriding, replacement is going to happen. So other side, final method cannot be overridden. I took one in your library declared as Java library. There were predefined methods before initializing the predefined method. Body what you attached for this method. The method they declare it as a final. So that body what you attached for this method. That's called final. The data must allow to understand final variable. Final. So final class is there. Suppose I took one class, one final method, overriding, I can take one class. If I allow overriding, final class meaning is nothing but for this class extension final method for this class inheritance not available. For this class you cannot take the features of Java library. That is known as predefined. Final class cannot be extended. Final class cannot be attached. So total how many components are there now? 3 components. Body, final variables, final methods, final class. Allow to understand final. Anyway, you are unable to change a value here. Final class. So final variable is suppose I take one class. Anyway, unable to change a value here. Final variable one class. If I allow override final class meaning what are secured variable for this class? What are constant variable for this class? Inheritance. One flexibility. For this class you cannot take the features of Java. These are final variables. Predefined final class. These final variables. Extended. Final initialized. So total how many components are there now? 3 components. Final variables. Option available. Methods. Final class. Anyway, you are unable to change a value here. Final class. So final variable. Anyway, variables. Change a value here. Final variable classes. Final can be non-initialized by this class using what are constant variables by this class? Inheritance. One flexibility. Final variables in classes. These are final variables. Initialized. Final class. These final extended. Can be initialized. So total how many components? Final variables in classes. Final variables initialized. Constructor not available in intra. So variables in intra-base final, but variables in any variable in classes can be initialized. Can be non-initialized. Second point, using these final programming components, final programs, these final initialize used to immutable classes can be immutable constructors. Final program components are variables immutable, but variables immutable. And the term immutable initialized can be initialized second mutable. Using this final programming components, you can final programs. These final initialize define used to immutable classes constructors which are variables using immutable but variable following and the term immutable the classes which are second mutable but following using this final programming components you can final programs immutable define used to classes which are constructable following immutable classes the classes rule constructors which are the class using immutable must be following final and the term rule class the classes which are second mutable but following using this final program rule final programs in the variables define declared classes that which are customers following immutable private the classes final constructors which are the variables declared in the class must be private and final and the term class the classes which are second mutable but following don't write it as point bracket final these programs in the variables define declared initialize that which are customers following immutable parameters private the class final is a developer file how to load the data the variables one parameter you can apply the variable private and final rule to the variables declared in the classes await and final second mutable but following don't write it as point bracket finally the class in the variables define must declare initialize that which are only following immutable parameters private declared final is a developer file how to load the data declared variables one parameter must be variable private and final rule to the variables declared in the classes await the class must be declared with only getter by rule setter methods only getter the class you know the definition of getter and setter methods constructors must be getter methods are used to get the data from only setter methods are used to set the data after how many ways are there to load the data how to load the data these are known as by using constructors by using object variable by using setter the variable points you should remember declared in the class attend the class to your method your other your trainer will go getter by setter method you only get wherever the set get method is there you know the definition of getter and setter constructor many of getter methods are used to get the data after many concepts no type setter methods are used to set the data that you are actually how many ways are there to load the data how to load the data these are known as by using object functionality comes first not open table, but there are not there are seconds. If you ask the question, Saturday is not going. So we are expecting Friday not there. Tomorrow they will not come here. One day to reach market, software market is there. Many years now, that is very. But who are getting the jobs? They are getting one. Who are coming out of the world? They are coming out of the cycling. So inner processes we must be ready. Whatever the courses, because you got eligibility. I got eligibility to an advance. If it is not possible, there are go to the management. Something another batch going. So we are given the right person and go tomorrow they will not. Why means Java domain is complete. Market, software market. Java domain is there. The result rate will be many years now. That is very. But who are using better methods? Must coming out of the world final. So inner process we must be ready. Whatever is better methods, what eligibility final. I got eligibility to an advance. If you can construct one class, if it is not core rules, there are go to the management class. Variables are available. Methods are only Java domain. All these getter methods are Java domain. If you can follow core rules, the class by terminology getter methods. What class now? Immutable. Final. Means immutable class will generate immutable objects. Whatever is getter methods, what eligibility final. I got eligibility to an advance. Immutable. You can construct one class immutable rules. Variables are immutable. Methods are only immutable. All this getter methods will generate Java domain immutable. Follow core rules. The class immutable. What class now? Immutable. Final. Means immutable class will generate immutable object means what? The objects which are once created with data cannot be immutable. It is known as immutable objects. Immutable objects are nothing but secured objects. Immutable objects. Variables are immutable. Methods are only immutable. All this the objects immutable. Follow the objects the class immutable. Once generated final. These immutable class cannot be immutable objects means what? Cannot be modified. The objects which are once you create one object with the data, the data cannot be immutable. It is known as immutable objects. Other names are nothing but secured objects. These immutable objects, immutable objects are also these immutable constant objects or the object secured objects. Once generated secured objects, constant objects, immutable objects, secured objects. The objects which are once you create one object with the data cannot be immutable objects. Other names are nothing but secured objects. These immutable objects, immutable objects are also these immutable. Let me construct one program. Or example, secured objects. Once generated secured objects, demonstrate constant objects, immutable, secured objects, immutable. Once you create one object with the data cannot be immutable objects. Other names are nothing but secured objects. These immutable objects, immutable objects are also these taking one class as translog object with the data these immutable translog yesterday's notes correctly added. So whenever I want to make this class as immutable, I'll make this class as immutable. The class must be final. Translog means transaction VRMs. They are polymorph. I want to transfer 3,000 rupees to my friend. I'm taking one. I used some translog net banking or UPI gateway or some other option. I used to transfer that amount in 1,000. So definitely whatever the app I use is the background account to account only. My bank account is so whenever I want to make that user friendly, nowadays many third party people last for flexibility. 10 years back means if you want to transfer amount, not for processing, you must go to the bank. I want to transfer 10,000 rupees. Today not there. No. Within 1 minute you can transfer. I used to anyway. So this services increase with the secure or some other option. Your software growth. I used to transfer that amount 10 to 10 years back. So everybody see whatever the app I use was background account to account depositing. That was bank deposit not available. So whenever I want, example, if I want to deposit only now it is not available in Hyderabad. Third party, the bank will not accept first. No, you must deposit only home bank for flexibility. So these all restrictions are available on that. If you want to transfer amount, there are high services we are giving. I want to forward to give a high service. Not there. No. Within 1 minute we are you can take one link, one bank account services automatically happen. With the security services design, your software group, whatever it may be, in the background, transaction details must be. So everybody see whatever the app I use. My account is home account, depositing, my friend account is. So whenever I want, example, if I want amount transferred from home account to bank will not accept. So I am taking one private variable bank for flexibility. Final variable restrictions are available on that. There are high services we are number, beneficiary account, give a high service within 1 minute we are private, you can take one link, one bank account services automatically happen. Flow, the security service transferring some software whatever it may be, in the background transferring transaction details must be. So everybody see whatever the app I use. My account is home account, private, my friend account is final. So whenever I want, example, if I want date and start from on which date and which time I transfer. So I am taking. So these are the minimum things I final restrictions are available. So date is a predefined class. There are high services we are predefined class. Beneficiary account give a high service. So I am transferring my account to my friend account. My how much amount automatically happen. This is a basic information. Transferring some software whatever it is. These variables are transferring transaction details. So final variables you must load. Initialize home account. So to initialize this account, I'm taking one example. If I want amount links to from which date and translog. So I am here. So these are the minimum things. Home final account. So date is a predefined class. Beneficiary account. Beneficiary account load. So I am transferring my account to my friend account. My date is automatically. This is a basic information. Now, these variables are transferring home account. Final variables you must load account. So to initialize this dot, beneficiary account, beneficiary account, translog. Now, here this dot, the minimum amount is equal to. So date is a so this dot, beneficiary account, date load. So I am transferring my account to my class is final. Variables are private and final. I am using one variable transferring parameter. Final variables you must load. Now you have to take all getter methods. You have to take getter methods. Beneficiary account, beneficiary account, and whenever you want to create it, right here, this down. You can see sports. and suggestion done. Option that will select date. But here one final keyword is there. When the final keyword is there, only getter methods is defined. That getter methods also are provided. And you select my row. Click on parameter generate. So get now you have to take home account number, get beneficiary account number, get amount, get beneficiary. All these methods are whenever you want to create auto generate. Understood now. This class we call it as generatable getters and caches. I followed the option that will select date. But here one final keyword. So I followed 4 rules. I final keyword is whenever I followed the 4 rules that we call it as immutable. For this immutable class, one object should come. Click on known as immutable in array. So get right click on get beneficiary account number, get amount, get beneficiary. All these methods are demo poly2. Understood now. This class we call it as generatable getters and caches. I followed import p1 dot. But here one final. So I followed 4 rules. I final keyword is whenever I followed the 4 rules that we call it as immutable. For this immutable class, one object should come. Click on known as immutable new scanner. So get system right click on get beneficiary account number, get amount, get beneficiary. All these methods are poly2. Understood now. This class we call it as generatable getters and caches. I followed import p1 dot. But here one final. So I follow 4 rules. I final keyword. Whenever I follow the 4 rules that we call exception. For the generatable class, one object should come. Click on known as immutable here and read it. So system dot out get beneficiary account number, get amount, get beneficiary. All these methods are enter poly2 home account. This class we call it as generatable getters and caches. So who is transferring the amount? P1 but here one final home account number and yes dot next that we call next now system dot out print here and read it. Enter the beneficiary account number. Who is getting the beneficiary account number? So long beneficiary account yes enter next home. So how much amount you are transferring? System out. So who is transferring the amount? But here one final home enter the amount yes be next transfer enter the amount. System dot out here print amount here read it. Enter the beneficiary and create object. Who is getting the trans? So long beneficiary equal to new yes transfer next. There is one consider column. So how much amount you are transferring? Consider system asset home account number beneficiary account method amount the amount. So what about date and time? Next trans date and time. You write the amount new. So create an object amount. Whenever you create object here one concept is the beneficiary system time and date will be taken automatically. The system time and date will be taken new yes transfer next. There is now this object. So how much amount you are transferring? Home because account object created with beneficiary account object created with the amount. So what data now? Home account transfer data beneficiary account amount you transfer date and time with the 4 fields one object. Whenever you create an object using here one concept using this object we store in the time and date will be taken because nobody can automatically the system that new system how this object we bring display transaction links because the object created with transaction object created with amount what data now home account system beneficiary out amount you bring date and time home with the account object whenever you create object this object we store in the time and date because nobody can automatically get home account now display that new system how this object we bring display beneficiary transaction links because the object created with transaction object created with amount home get the beneficiary out so system home out the account bring their amount you transfer amount you transfer because nobody can get home now display that new now system how this object bring here date and transaction links date object created date and time is open object get date open get the beneficiary on it so home account number 653 beneficiary account number amount you transfer roughly amount I want to transfer home now display that so date and time is Friday December 9:57 how this object 9:59 here so now one object created generally JVM shutdown object will be destroyed date and time is we are creating one object with one data where you cannot get the beneficial object is stored in the database so why software will be dominating human being beneficiary state software will dominate human being roughly so example amount I want to transfer with one WhatsApp group system 9:57 because of high influence system 9:59 so now one object created there I seeing a technology aspect object will be destroyed technology aspect we are creating one if that influence people can erase that what cannot get the benefit of not possible the software will not allow why at one stage it is secure because they believe software components Java is front end only so example many things are there many technical aspects are there so they can erase it means what once you registered it will not be modified of final so for us that is called final so all fields available in the immutable class is technology aspect that immutable class is giving the fields to object I am recording the data in the object erase the whatever the data I recorded in the object so automatically data in the immutable object is secure now I must protect because they believe software components store the object Java is real time that all your bank things are there will use immutable they can erase it means what once you registered it will not be modified demo is at last that is called I am in position to available in the immutable class I am in position to generate one immutable object I am recording the data in the object erase the whatever the data I recorded in the object so automatically one data in the immutable object translog now I must protect because they believe software components store the object Java is real time that demo poly to will use demo so they can erase it means what once you registered it will not be modified demo is at last data is available in one immutable class I am in position to generate one immutable object I am recording the data in the object erase the whatever the data I recorded in the object so automatically one data in the immutable object translog look at Sir, what I must do with immutable class? What I must do with final programming components? What I am going to do? At last, data is available. Immutable, one immutable. What this immutable class will do? This immutable class will give one object. What is the specialty of that object? Immutable object. The data available in this object cannot be modified. So where we use this object, especially in all banking domains. Look at it, especially insurances also. Your insurance policies also demo almost 20 years. Now finally this demonstration 78 years we use. Sir, what the record should be available about what total information should be recorded. For that we use immutable class data is available in real time. One immutable. What this immutable class will do? This immutable class will give one object. What is the specialty of that object? Immutable object. The data available in this object cannot be modified. So where we use this object, especially in all banking domains. Look at it, especially insurances also. Your insurance policies also demo almost immutable is demonstration 78 years we use. Sir, what the record should be available in real time. What total information should be recorded. For the immutable objects in real time. What this immutable class will do? Banking immutable domain one object. What is the specialty of that object? In real time, immutable object data available in this object cannot be used. So where banking domain especially in all banking domains. Look at it, especially insurances also. Transaction insurance policies also demo immutable is demonstration 78 years. Sir, what the record should be available in real time. What totally
all transaction details are immutable objects for you in banking domains. Any banking domain application, there one immutable object is there. So final conclusion, make it based on security, based on security, the objects in Java are categorized into two types. Based on security, the objects in Java are categorized into two types. Mutable objects and immutable objects. Mutable objects and immutable objects. And immutable objects. Mutable objects and immutable objects. Mutable objects and immutable objects. Two objects. Poly means what? Forms means? Sorry. Morphism means? In Java, object has two forms, not only output. Polymorphism chapter, giving awareness to object-oriented programmer in Java, giving a specification, the object has two forms. How many forms of object now? Two forms. One is mutable, one is immutable. That is actual polymorphism. What is that? What is this? Forget it. Dynamic polymorphism, static polymorphism, that all your questions. But actually through polymorphism, what a student will get a knowledge means, sir, I am learning object-oriented programming in Java. Polymorphism chapter will say that object from Java will have two forms. One is mutable form, one is immutable form. It's a concept. If you want a security, go for immutable. Security not needed, sir. Go with mutable. Two forms available to you. Write it. The objects once created can be modified. The objects once created can be modified, are known as mutable objects. The objects once created can be modified, are known as mutable objects. The objects once created cannot be modified. The objects once created cannot be modified, are known as immutable objects. Are known as immutable objects. Right. All of understood that conclusional statement you understood? Okay, right. I'll scroll up once. See there? Look here. Here, object-oriented programming features. I written some review here. Overall summary I written. Of course, polymorphism I'll write what I'm doing. But here object is there? No. Can you see this object? Right. Of course, objects here. Object means a general definition, right? Object is a storage or memory related to a class holding instance members. Object cannot hold static members. So here, object is a storage, or you can say memory related to a class. Objects will come from classes only, generally. At one stage, class names not there, class body also not there. But indirectly, they call it as implemented objects. But in a standard object-oriented programming, class feature only needed. So we write class related. Object is a storage or memory related to a class holding instance members. It cannot hold static members. Today, object types are going on anyway. So here with the statement, based on security today, the objects are, that memory is there, no? Object means memory. That memory is secured memory. The memory is unsecured memory. That's the concept. Object means memory only. In that memory, I cannot modify because it is immutable. I can modify, that is mutable. So the object or storage, what you created, two forms it has. All of you should see, my view is object means one storage only. I am asking you to change that mindset now already, frame one. Object means one memory created somewhere. In the heap area, it is created. The memory will have one address. To refer that memory, we are using that address. We call it as a reference. That memory I can modify, mutable. I cannot modify, immutable. Objects will be two forms only for you. That I am writing. Based on security, the objects in Java are categorized into two types. That is a review. Mutable object and immutable object. All of another statement. Okay. Now go here. So are using final programming components, we are constructing immutable classes. Immutable object is coming somewhere on demand. I am going to use them. Final. Now, what about private, sir? Using this private, what I am going to do? Make it singleton class. Define FAQ. Define singleton class. Define singleton class. The class which generate only one object. The class which generate only one object is known as singleton class. The class which generate only one object is known as singleton class. In market, once upon a time, we had one tool known as Hadoop. Many people came and asked Hadoop, Hadoop, Hadoop. Today, not there. Tools, danger that only. It will be there, tomorrow it will not be there. So you must not believe tools. The tools developed based on one language. You must catch that. That is Java. That Hadoop tool will use singleton classes. That concept. The tool people who are learning on that day, that all people came to core Java on that day. Not now, 5-6 years back. It all came. But if you learn Java, that headache cannot there, no? Tools will be under your control. That only Java, speciality. Java, machine learning, not there. Artificial, not there means what happened? Multiple inheritance using class also not there. Anything happened for us? Yes or no? Na? Louder I want. Anything happened? And recently, this Java given me one more car to me today. This Java today also given one vehicle to me. Anything happened to me? Like me, many people. Anything happened? Still Java is giving a good luxurious food to me. Java. No problem. Multiple inheritance not there. What happened? Artificial intelligence, machine learning support not there. Anything happens to our language? All tools are under our control. All tools background code is from Java. Singleton class. Playing a key role. The class which generate only one object. We call it as what now? Singleton class. Make it. To construct this singleton class, we must follow one pattern. We must follow one structure known as singleton class design pattern. To construct that singleton class, developer will follow one pattern or one structure. We call it as singleton class design pattern. You can say, make it FAQ. Define singleton class. See, now the trend that only, many people are saying that only. In the future, all AI will be there, all ML will be there. These terms you don't know, but I knows. In 2006, web services came. Java will go, full web services came. Today, that web service and microservice under our control today. Have you observed? Spring Boot with microservice, unbeatable framework. In 2006, what they said? Survival not there for Java said. What happened today? All banking domains are increasing today. Dominating is IBM mainframes. So in future, Java will go. You see the engineers who worked in IBM or IBM clients from 2014 to 2019. Many people came out. The reason who not updated Java. Today, that IBM mainframe cabinet is under our control. Understood the statement? Today, not there. You see after 10 years, that will be under our control. Understood the statement? That will be, and 100% will be. Our research engineers will not sleep and they'll work. Our research engineers are working in R&D department of Oracle Corporation. They will not sleep. Every 6 months they're releasing one product. No, means what? They are not sleeping. Now the product is about to release now. Next product is coming. This month, what is the month? I forget it month. December. March product is coming and 2024 March, one more product is yet to be released now. Next product is on the way. Means what? They are working, no? So definitely one day it will be under our control. Because of this reason, language, always language only. Languages will be always languages only. Among that languages, conclusion is coming to you. Your Java language is giving one object. That object can be mutable or immutable. Java language giving one class. The class can give many objects or one object. I can restrict the class to give how many objects now? Only one object. Terminology what now? Singleton class. To construct that singleton class, I must follow one pattern known as a singleton class design pattern. The pattern which is followed by the programmer to construct singleton class is known as a singleton class design pattern. All have understood the definition? Make it. The pattern which is used by the programmer, the pattern which is used by the programmer to construct singleton class, the pattern which is used by the programmer to construct singleton class is known as singleton class design pattern. The pattern which is used by the programmer to construct singleton class is known as singleton class design pattern. We use the following components in singleton class design pattern. We use the following components in singleton class design pattern. 1. Private static reference variable. Private static reference variable. Private constructor. Static method. These 3 components we are going to use in singleton class design pattern. We are going to use it. You know the private constructor, no? Sir, private constructor is there means you cannot create object outside the class. You have to create object inside the class only. Whenever you created object inside the class, to hold that object reference, we need one variable. That only. Private static reference variable. Make it private static reference variable is used to hold the object created inside the class. Private static reference variable is used to hold the object created inside the class. Object created inside the class. Private static reference variable is used to hold the object created inside the class. Private constructor is executed when the object is created inside the class, which means private constructor will restrict the object creation from externally. Private constructor is executed when the object is created inside the class. When the object is created inside the class, which means private constructor will restrict object creation from externally. If anybody tries to create from outside, it will not allow. Static method is used to access the object reference. Static method is used to access the object reference outside the class. Static method is used to access the object reference outside the class. Right, look here. Now look here. So for this, I'll take like this. Known one I am taking. Comparable one interface. Compare to of int x comma int y. Access. One class is there. For this, return type is comparable. So create one object. Moreover, it is static. This anonymous is inside. You know this concept now? Anonymous local inner class, or you can write lambda also, LAM BDA, lambda expression you can write. Now I am taking one class here. The class is polymorphism test 1, one class. This class is singleton class. Now through this class now, this object, one object will be created here. Only one object is created. Through this P test, I'll create only one object for it. Now to construct this singleton class, we follow some process like this. I am taking one interface. Comparable. I'll take it. Public int compare to of int x and int y. I'll take one class access. In this access, public static comparable create. Inside this, comparable OB is equal to lambda expression. Here. If x greater than y, return x. Else return y. RETURN, return OB. The point. This is object creation. This is comparable. This is access. This is okay. I will go with P test 1. P test 1. This class I must follow the rule. Here, one private. One private static reference variable comparable OB equal to null. That comparable object is going to come here. Right. Here I'll use private constructor P test 1. You cannot create object for it. You cannot create. One public. Return type is comparable get reference. It is going to return OB. These three methods are three components available here. Now, whenever I want to bring this, whenever I want to create this object, I must call this method. Yes or no? Na? Access.create. If I call access.create, the object will be created. Access.create, the object will be created. All have understood this statement? Right. But that access.create I must call only once. I must call only once. Access dot create method, I must call only once. Only one object must be created. For that, based on object creation here, these three components are there. Based on object creation process in singleton class design pattern, it is categorized into two types. Make a statement. Based on object creation process, a singleton class design pattern is categorized into two types. Early instantiation process. Early instantiation process, late instantiation process. Early instantiation process and late instantiation process. Early instantiation process and late instantiation process. Late instantiation process. Here, early instantiation means static block. Which block is executed with the highest priority? Static block. So, object creation must done with static block. See there. I am taking one static block. In this static block, I'll take OB is equal to access dot create. Here, object created. This line runs how many times now? Only once. So object creates how many times now? Only once. The class which is supposed to create only one object is known as singleton. Actually, the object is not coming from same class. You can create for same class, or you can create from another one. I am showing another one. The reason in our projects, see there. 11 AM batch. I am writing now. I'll go no 11 AM Manjira block. I'll go. I am writing a project for them. Online bookstore. I am writing. This is the source code I written up to now. The source code. Up now I written the source code. Among this, DB connection. You can see. Private static reference variable, private constructor, static block, static method, here database connection. Understood this point now? This database connection must happen only once. It is called singleton class. Singleton class design pattern is used in TAO layer of MVC. That's the rule. In MVC project, the background layer that only. This class is singleton class only. So in this project, one class is communicating with the database, but object created for a database is only once. If you want to create only once, the class which supports to generate only one object is singleton class. To construct that singleton class, use three components. That is design pattern. But object must be created, no? To create object, I am using what now? Static block. Why static block now? Object creates only once. Why you use this pattern? Why I use that pattern means I closed. Why I use that pattern? There also interface only there. Advanced Java. because I use this pattern. So by seeing this pattern, if you go to advanced Java, you'll understand. I feel it. So I took this pattern. Now make it early instantiation process. Early instantiation process. In early instantiation process, the object is created. In early instantiation process, the object is created using static block. Using static block. Because static block only highest priority and the object created bit early. That's called early instant. In early instantiation process, the object is created using static block. We are going to use it. Now see. Sir, the object created here. Object created here. To bring this object outside, we are using a method. Get reference. This method will bring that address outside. This address will come to main class. Demo poly 3. Demo poly 3. That address will come out. I comparable OB is equal to OB is equal to, I must call what now? Get reference? No. Static method I must take. I took static method only, no? I forgetted static. I must use which method now? Static method. Through static method here, ptest. Ptest1 dot get reference. OB dot compare to 12 and 13. The method came out now. I can call access dot directly, I can call it, but I'm showing the pattern. Showing the pattern here. System dot out dot print ln. Here. OB dot answer is coming now roughly. So only pattern. So here I used one private static reference variable. I used one private constructor. I used one static method. Object created by using one block. So object creates only once. So it is known as a early instantiation process. You can say. Example. I'll explain again. Don't worry. P1 dot I comparable dot Java. P1 dot access dot Java. P1 dot ptest1 dot Java. P2 dot demo poly 3 dot Java. This is main class. Right. Late instantiation means not through static block. You have to create by object by using method only. See there. Instead of creating object here, instead of creating object there, ptest1 am taking p-test 2, I am taking p-test 2 here. Instead of creating object here, we are creating object inside the method. OB is equal to access dot create. Here, object creation. We created inside the method, no? Right. So, same answer only will come. Poly2 save as 4 p-test 2. Same answer only. The object creation is inside the method, but object must be created only once. For that, if OB equal to null, then create object. This OB will be null for how many times now? Only once. First time null will be there. Once object created, the address will be loaded. So this line will run only once. So object creates only once. Make a statement here. I'll explain this concept again tomorrow because I used to interface here and there. No, I'll give a clarity. In late instantiation process, the object is created inside the static method. So when we call the method, then object is created. So it is very late. So calling method means again you have to call the method should come, method execution starts, then object creates. It's called late instantiation process, you can say. Late instantiation process, you can say. So say example p-test 2 demo poly 4. Right. This concept I'll explain once again to you tomorrow. Because here's bit confusion will come to you. Tomorrow I'll explain 10-15 minutes once again. So run this and come. So private constructor will support to create objects inside the class. But the class supports to create only one object. That is called singleton class. To design that, we must follow one pattern. Singleton class design pattern. Singleton class design pattern is used for database connections in your project. For that model only I am introducing here. Correct. Take a break, read the notes and come. Tomorrow I'll explain this singleton class once again bit clearly. Correct. Take a break. Thank you very much for today.